don't think we should.
Alright, I have a man to load up civil. Alright, we're in.
Okay, alright. Alright, so where we were last. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this. Forgot. Hey! Alright.
Oh my gosh! Do you feel? I'm trying that.
It's ironic.
So if we
I
raise
just
the
like-
Necrons, we can raise more Necrons to get Necrons for Necrons, set Necrons to get Necrons to the Nefis, all Necrons and more Necrons. Necrons, these more Necrons. Yeah! Insanity! Anyways.
I didn't like fighting the Necrons. Now I have joined the Necrons. Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
There appears to be one of them big ol'
Oh.
devils near another city.
And it got hit by an unforeseen force, what looked like an Imperial Guard heavy weapons salvo.
Alright, let's kill this cybernetic data smith.
Missile, immense mortars!
Hey,
Magic.
the Maroon Astra Militarum is dead.
The Maroon Imperial Guard are now deceased.
Oh, it's the green Astra Militarum.
Need more help down here, so I'm
That's
going
what
to take
this
my
big
part.
guy was being attacked by. It's green Astra Militarums.
Well, now, NCA callers. If only you weren't an enemy, I unfortunately have to destroy you.
Unfortunately, I have to commit murder. What?
Dear, it appears my unforeseen consequences have led me to the situation where I must now commit a direct murder on the Green Astra Militarum due to unforeseen events.
And of course, there's still this robot over here that we're gonna have to murder.
Might I?
Yes, we have to murder this robot. Robots! Ah!
It's trying to use infiltrate, but it's not working because it's in attack range.
Yep. And it got killed by both of those frickin' cities, it looks like. Yeah, I think I'm just going to scout. There we go. Yeah, these things have a scouting ability, these diff copters.
Okay. Going to gather my army together before I push toward the Green Imperial Guard city.
Look what I named both of my diff copter units.
Natural highway fleet. And
That's what I say, natural raffle fleets.
Yeah, both the natural highway fleet and the natural raffle fleet.
Oh, there they are. Try to move. Alright. Alright.
Make sure that he's on the.
yeah,
See.
we will be.
I would just leave
alright.
him.
Do, 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 do.
That killer cat's still holding on.
Hanging on by a thread over here. Alright, let's push up and see what we're dealing with now. Airless done. Okay. I was right about the heavy weapons too.
And that robot is dead.
Thank you. Let's hope they don't have a
And they're
mysterious hidden army.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, there's more enslavers.
Let them enslave.
We cannot let them take our units again.
Idiot.
Wow. Completely walked right into that. They were basically asking for death.
Hello, Boglin. So kind of you to stop by. Would you like a nice little
Oh.
helping of death?
We've got Space Marines again. It's the salmon-colored ones.
Is this Space Marines? I thought we drove them off 30 years ago. Okay, working on that. Working on that. Well, we can build another one actually. Let's do that. Let's just spam these fucking things. Oh, actually, they want the same resources. I want the same resources would be the better play here, actually.
There we go. Stink bombs for these enslaver fucks.
Look at these little bastards. Just squirming around.
What the fuck, sandwich? That doesn't make any sense. But does it make too much sense? I don't know.
It makes so little sense, I can't even get $1. What the actual fuck? Hey, wait a goddamn second. This is so far into the future, dollars don't exist anymore. Yay!
Oh, those war bookies are about to be finished off. Alright, you fuckheads, you better be moided.
I'll see if I can finish off that robot if I can get there though. Alright, that robot's dead now.
Yeah, now for the ambuls.
Alright.
I'm glitching.
The only good
Trey.
Bulgrin is a dead Bulgrin.
Alright. One down, you're left, bud. You're done. Alright, got a good decent amount of damage on them.
I found that car.
I'm just gonna get my other guys here.
Sit down like a little
Here they are.
Space Marines.
Move
That's
them
like
up.
that's dignity.
Okay.
What the fuck is this fuck? That make no sense.
Those are Space Marines. I thought we drove them off 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, I gotta make this guy.
Wow, they choose to fire at the Space Marines instead of the people who are actively attacking them. Seems legit.
And there appears to be more enslavers on the move.
Let's move it over to the side, actually, for some more coverage.
I see one of Port's Doomsday arcs has arrived over at this spot.
It's doomsday for those motherfuckers.
And those samples are dead. Use noise.
Orbital bombardment initiated.
Alright. I think I shall research Mega Knobs.
Alright. Alright. Ooh, looks like I could produce some Treyarch stalkers now. I'm gonna go ahead and get those guys to help us. So they have to get there. Alright, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I did. But it didn't matter because he was gonna get me.
Excellent.
Oh.
Right, that Astra Militarum city is dead.
And
You know,
a
these people just-
quick little pop. And the infantry. And then we follow it up with a distant boom from this. Boom. And down they go. Now let's explore over here, shall we?
Alright, this will be a good spot to find my next city.
Oh, there we go. Moving up.
The enslavers decided to move southward.
Dumbass.
That tech pretension here is just where it's a freaking Overwatch territory again. Look how far that went.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, and there appears to be these guys. They did.
Get out of my way, Marines.
Alright, got a second city. I will rename it. There we go.
Yeah, I still need to get another city, so that way I can spawn more troops without having them to travel very far to get here. Let's see. Want to fallacy, but it's not gonna let me back.
It requires a certain unit. Like for me, in order to found my second city, I needed mix. But yeah, did you see what I named my second city?
Yeah.
Natural copter wig.
Alright. Let's see if I can get these guys to get closer. Alright. So let's see.
Oh wow. Those guys decided to be stupid.
Now they got Soul Space Marines.
Yeah. As well as a captain.
I didn't say I
Anyway.
was listening. And I didn't like that either.
Okay. I think I shall try to make my
I
way over
have to
there.
practice station today.
At least try to get over there anyways. Alright guys, let's move.
I have a feeling these guys might finish off the city for us.
Maybe.
Oh, then they killed some of my natural highway fleet.
Oh.
Well, there goes that Astra Militarum. We gotta kill these guys. They even have a dreadnought.
Hello.
And now I have a war boss. Oh, they have a Vindicator. And land speeders.
Yeah.
Up there goes the natural highway fleet. But the natural rifle fleet is on its way. And I see that Fortress of Redemption over there.
Yes, sir. They appear to be trying to distract me.
All those land speeders decided to move near the natural rifle fleet. Oh, and they did some damage to the natural rifle fleet. We got to kill him.
what do we got? Nothing. Okay.
That Fortress of Redemption has done some damage. You think some of your units can help with these freaking land speeders over here?
Can't at the moment. I'm trying to take this damn captain out. Then I gotta deal with that fortress, or it'll start sniping at my troops.
Alright, I'm gonna start producing some mega knobs.
Hell yeah.
That chaplain just healed those assault marines. Or buffed them. Oh, the librarian just gave him what looks like a shield. Creates a barrier on the top of the librarian and adjacent tiles that increases the range damage reduction. I remember seeing that ability, but I never really used it.
You wouldn't mind if I put some vaginas in the background on.
Go ahead.
Alright, just making sure.
Yeah. Let's reposition and get ready to fire. We're gonna take this fortress out. Oh, another one. I see. Being a little crazy with your fortresses, so very well then.
Oh, those land speeders decided to run.
Yeah, sure, I was coming for your backup and they were like, run away!
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel update this game.
You're gonna die? Doesn't look like it. Oh damn, another one. They're spamming these things everywhere.
Yeah, apparently so.
Just like a true Space Marines player. Oh, okay, that's just a Vindicator. I got a bit nervous for a moment for a second and thought it was a Land Raider.
Indicators can be just as dangerous.
Oh, they can be. They certainly can be.
Oh yeah, there's that webway gate.
Alright, I was able to get a second city now.
Hell yeah.
Nice, where's
I decided to rename this one. I renamed this one to Hotel OJ.
Oh, you put it up there at the far north side?
Yep.
Oh no. And then where are they go? Oh,
So now this one's Hotel OJ now.
I'm going to this. I'm going to take this.
What is this?
Oh yeah, I wonder if Port's gonna be able to found a second city.
Honestly, I think I'll just keep everything to this one, because the game is almost over at this point. I don't really think there's a reason to found another one.
You never know where we would be able to find the yellow and the pink units.
Probably southwest.
Oh, that librarian's just shockwave the natural raffle fleet.
AP.
Oh, and there's the land speeders again. And another Fortress of Redemption. God
The
damn.
librarian is on wire lead.
Wow. What the moron. Alright, well, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna need, like, more, energy as well as more influence. Oh, that chaplain decided to be like, fuck you.
Apparently, he didn't think far ahead.
On the next turn, I'm gonna steal this mobile holo projector from them. Oh, the yellow space marines have already been moided. So all that's left besides these ones are the pink ones. That makes me think the pink ones killed the yellow ones.
Probably, yeah.
There we go. Now these guys no longer have an advantage. Ooh, and my weird boy is finished.
Yeah, a third fortress. Oh man.
Alright, now I'm gonna get a pain boy up in here. As well as some more rafflecopters. Yeah, of course, that Space Marine city is all the way over on the far west side. Meanwhile, I just had my war buggy deal some damage to that webway gate, since I have a feeling that's probably going to interfere with our plans. Alright. Now I'm going to get Fear the Orcs. I just saw that Fortress of Redemption spawn right next to some of your guys. Alright, I'm gonna have the Raffle Orcs move in and deal some damage to that. Stink bomb was the best idea for that. Alright, come on, war boss. Move a little closer, please.
Finally. Capital must be down south. Man, they are really trying hard to bully this arc, holy shit.
Alright, there goes that webway gate. Now my war buckies can provide even more support.
There is the capital.
Yep. Ooh, my weird boy can actually teleport. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, weird boys are the psychic / wizard units for the orcs.
You know what? I'm gonna have this weird boy teleport here. They sent out another captain. Oh, and they just did an orbital strike on some of your guys' port.
Oh, you moved your troops exactly where I was gonna go. Oops.
I didn't know where else to go. I'll probably be able to move them closer in the next turn, though.
I wish there was a literal sell everything button.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know how to feel about the fact they got premium currency in this game now.
There we go. Now you can move your guys closer, port.
Yeah. Thank you. From what I remember, it actually wasn't that necessary to do much. It was just like
I mean, it's for skin.
decorations.
Yeah. But still, it's weird, because I remember playing this and there was no premium currency.
Yeah, I think I do too, because, jeez, I played that so long ago when I was younger, back when it was in beta.
Do you remember Restaurant Tycoon was started pushing out all the Game Pass bullshit?
Yes, dude. Restaurant Tycoon is the OG.
Your restaurant layout gives me an aneurysm to this day. Like, what possessed you to make that?
The voices.
Brother Christ.
Oh, there's the pink Space Marines. They're arriving towards my cities, out of all places.
Ah.
Good thing I have defensive units.
Yeah, it looks like they're closer to you, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Luckily, my Mega Knobs can help deal some damage to them. There goes the Salmon Space Marines. Alright, now that those guys are done, you might need to come back and over here and help.
Healing. Fire. Kill those assholes.
Wow, those scout bikers instantly got obliterated by my kilocans.
Lovely orc technology. Alright, while they attack you, I'm going to see if I can't find their city and attack them to draw them away, kinda like what we did before. Okay, there's some assault marines down here, that's a good sign.
you move that way. I'll have my boys move that way.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my first top 5 video. Today we are going to discuss the top 5 hard scenarios in the base game of Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, so the expansions don't count. Before we start, I would like to announce that I have a Twitter account. I will use it to share
Alright, I'm gonna produce another Mega Knob
for the video and keep you up to date on things that I'm working on. I do also talk about speedskating.
Hopefully they don't do too much damage to my city.
You shouldn't.
Oh shit.
Normally you need heavy hitters.
They attacked my frickin' Mega Knobs for some reason. They walked into Overwatch territory of a few of my units. Oh, those Killicans are now dead, thanks to the land speeders.
Let me know in the comments if you disagree with this and if I'm not talking in this scenario. The top 5 hardest scenario list is a good reach if I don't also explain how to beat those scenarios. This video will be quite
Hello, Terminators.
so instead I will be releasing a video for every scenario over the next 5 days. Tomorrow the video about the number 5 users will be released, and on Saturday I will release a video that explains how to pick the hardest scenario. Without any further ado, let's get started with the list.
Alright, I'm getting rid of these land speed assholes.
The goal of this scenario is to get at least 20,000 requests.
Instantly obliterated by my frickin' Mega Knobs, and I see that monolith over there, port.
Yes, sir. Some big backup is on the way.
Oh, and there's a Dreadnought approaching too, it looks like.
That the fox stay clean enough, that your lights don't crash, and most importantly, that you're not going.
Alright, my Pain Boy has been produced.
There are 2 extra factors that make this part difficult. The first one is a poor selection of rides. Following the theme of this scenario, you only have wooden rides available. Because of this, you're missing out on a lot of strong coaster types, like the looping and the junior coaster. The coasters that you do have aren't necessarily bad, but most people don't have a lot of experience with them, other than the wooden coaster, so it can be difficult to figure out how they function well. You also don't have access to any thrill rides, so there's no go-kart, swimming kit, or motion simulator to make some easy money. The second compromising factor is that the map is filled with trees. Usually, tree-built scenery in a
I think
scenario
mech guns are mostly meant for air units since they're not exactly doing much damage to these Dreadnoughts.
So this makes everything a little more expensive. In the
Are the
end,
air units or support artillery?
thus, it got by far the least amount of votes on poll, which is why it is only at number 5 on this list. At number 4, we have Gravity Gardens. The goal of this scenario is to get a park value of 500,000 and to repay your loan. The loan you start with is 10,000 euros, which isn't that high, but that is not why the scenario is so difficult. The reason is the park value requirement. By far the largest part of the park value comes from the stats.
Alright, I'm gonna have my War Boss move a little closer.
The park value that each ride gives goes down quite drastically. So it is not uncommon that by the time you can afford the next ride, the park value has dropped by quite a bit already. The reason that it can take so long to afford a new ride is that this park, like all the others on this list, is pay for entry instead of pay for rides. Once you have a relatively large park and you're not building a lot of new rides anymore, your influx of guests is likely to go down. This isn't a problem in a pay for ride park, but in a pay for entry park.
Uh-oh, this Dreadnought just is murdering my Killicans. And there's a Vindicator coming close to my cities.
Yes.
And some Terminators.
Even less money, meaning it takes even longer before you can afford the next one. When this happens, it can take forever to get out of it and get to the floor, if you even manage to get out of it at all. The reason that this scenario isn't higher on the list is that once you figure out how to beat it, it's really easy and quick, and there's also no filter. No matter how long you take and how much you fill up, you cannot fill the snout. Halfway through the list, at number 6, is Energy Airfield. It's the goal of infinite scenario in the entire deck. The goal is to get at least 3,000 deaths and a far rating of at least 600 at the end.
You blast these assholes.
Problems with the right selection and the trees that when the trees have aren't present here, but you do need 500 more deaths, which is a lot more than it seems. Managing a park that can hold over 3,000 deaths is very difficult and it gets exponentially more difficult the more deaths you add. The management aspect is basically
I can't exactly move my units any closer to these guys.
Yeah. They position themselves perfectly to where they have us pinned between that and the wireweed.
You do have access to a couple of free thrill rides which can help a lot. Money is a bit less of an issue than the thing with is, as you can leave a huge area of park that is starting, and there are not a lot of trees in the way. However, you do still have the issue of the park being safe for income.
Oh, they decided to airdrop a Fortress of Redemption near my place.
The main reason that its place is higher is its placement in the scenario unit parts of the
And of course, there's one of those things as well.
Yeah, the catch can.
The wrong category, which are also ordered by alphabetical order by difficulty. Energy Airfield is clearly an active scenario, but for some reason it is more challenging. Also, the first scenario in presidential orbit is challenging category, which means that it comes directly after the beginner scenario. And without any experience, Energy Airfield is absolutely brutal. At number 2 on the list, we have Extreme Defense. The goal of this scenario is to get at least 4,500 deaths in the park and never let the park rating go below 700.
This Fortress of Redemption is now dead thanks to my units.
Yeah.
But twice as bad. Not only do you need a much larger park, but if you ever let the rating go below 700 for more than 4 weeks in a row, the park gets permanently closed and you fill the scenario.
Oh yeah, I can now teleport my weird boy. I'm gonna teleport him back over to my city areas, so that way I can have him help more with some of these others. Oh, and I noticed some of Port's guys and some of Purple's guys teleported with him.
Leveling the mountain is easy. So it's nice that you don't have to worry about that. However,
Right onto the wireweed. Thanks for that.
Well, at least you can move him off of that after the turn.
You will take 4,500 deaths naturally, which will take a very long time. This means that there is more time for something like lost deaths, overcrowding, or a deadly threat to ruin your playfield. The last thing that makes this scenario difficult is that all guests prefer more intense runs. This means that they only want to ride rides
Run away, you bastards!
Those Killicans are dead.
The limit will be a bit lower if the guests are very heavy.
Oh no, my weird boy is taking heavy hits.
So you're likely to spend a long time climbing your ride, making this scenario take even longer. The only reason that this scenario isn't number 1 is that it doesn't define it. As long as you keep your rating above 700, you can take as long as you want. And if the rating just drops below 700...
Oh wow, these Megadovs did a lot of damage to that Dreadnought.
And now, we have arrived at number 1 on the list. Which is the most difficult fire death. Rainbow Summer.
in here.
At least 2,500 deaths and a park rating of at least 600 at the end of year 4, which is the same as previous years. Despite this, Rainbow Summit is a lot harder. Aside from the aforementioned
this Dreadnought's dead.
problems with the large park, we also have very little flat ground to build on. you either need to expand to the water or go up to
So yeah, we don't have to worry about that dreadnought causing us any more trouble. At least until they get another one.
So especially in the water, you can barely build anything that's taller than a merry-go-round. You can raise the land, but that's very expensive. Building in the ground is also an option.
They have devastators.
More expensive than building in flat ground. There are also plenty of trees in the park, which also adds some extra cost. All this, in combination with the trade for entry nature of the park, can easily lead to heavy financial problems.
Alright, I'm gonna have the paint boy give some cyborg implants to these mega knobs, as well as some docks tools too.
You need to build enough rides to attract 2,500 guests naturally, which costs a lot of money. You also cannot advertise the last couple of months to get those last couple of hundred guests if you're a big chore. We do start out with some rides, and while we didn't go for a slight feature, the chairlift is a threat. It seems like a nice ride, so most people will not be moving. However, guests can easily get lost in the path at the top of the mountain if you don't build a connection to the lower part of the park. All in all, Rainbow Tunnel has the perfect combination of factors to be considered the most difficult scenario in RCP2. Hence, it is rightfully the last scenario in the scenario list. That was my top 5 hardest scenarios in RCP2. If you look at the common elements of the board,
Alright, I am giving the bust heads buff to some of the guys around my war boss.
Look forward to tutorial how to keep all those scenarios in the next 5 days. Let me know in the comments of
And I can start researching the Daka jet. Oh boy, I think this might be a standoff between both sides of the matter.
That's what it seems like. Talk about an epic finale in the wings.
Christmas 1963. This is the cruise ship of the Premium. It's like the smartest and most luxurious.
Sorry if you can hear like the audio from my mic. I can't help that.
Aboard her are 646 carefree passengers.
Yeah, it's all good.
Be able to see the inlay the hours of spectating what sun and enjoying cocktail parties and dances at night.
So their city is directly between us.
1964. See aboard, could even conceive of an abject horror in store for them in just a few short hours.
I'm moving my war boss over.
The sunset with Rio we'll ever see in its service.
Got it.
It's early in the morning, and Southampton docks are quiet, but soon there'll be a buzz with activity. Moored on one side of the wharf is the stately ocean liner, Queen Elizabeth, but tied up on the
Alright,
side.
this Vindicator tank should be finished off within the
Soon
next
passengers
turn.
will be piling up the gangway aboard the ship for a long-awaited and much-anticipated holiday. The Premium wasn't built as a cruise ship though. Her life had begun all the way back in 1929. Eric, Amanda Ocean, with a couple of unforgettable names. Head of the Johann Battle in Dongbell, and sister ship, the Mines Lansing Propaganda.
Run away, you cowardly bastards.
Oh, there goes that. There goes those killing hands.
Inheritance to the side of that 600 and 19,000 gross registered claims.
This Vindicator is dead so.
And servicing between adopting units with invading Asia and Europe, and the ship with the largest passenger ships built up to that point. Japan unsuccessful period through the 1930s, but then the war broke out.
Jesus, these guys have a lot of Overwatch damage. It's on standby.
They now carry over 4,000 troops and ship pulled off the wall perfectly, sailing to European and Pacific theaters without incident. But her sister, the Marmix, wasn't so lucky, and she was sunk by German aircraft in 1943. After the war, the Gabriel carried troops again during the Indonesian War of Independence, but finally by the 1950s she was returned to passenger service. Throughout the rest of the decade, the ship served mainly as a migrant carrier, but new lives in Australia. It was a far cry from the glamorous pre-war life, but then in the early 1960s,
Okay, yeah, I think
there was
I
a
see
brief interruption
what that
to
is.
even this humble service. The jet airliner carried passengers across oceans in a mere matter of hours, where ocean liners for days or even weeks. Almost overnight, the passenger trade largely dried up, while some lines continued trying to eke out a profit, enticing passengers who weren't thinking of flying. The Netherlands line was not one of them, and the old JDO was put up for sale. But this is where fate intervened, because instead of being sold for scrap metal, it was purchased and destined for a new exciting career. See, by the 1960s, cruising had become more attainable for the everyday family. The middle class and workers from Europe could afford budget cruises to sunny locations that would previously have been unthinkable. Cruise lines began popping up all over the place, and instead of building new ships specifically for the purpose, they capitalized on the glut of retired ocean liners going up for sale in the wake of the jet plane's newfound dominance.
Perfect.
JDO was an attractive option for prospective buyers. When it was launched, the ship represented a new pinnacle of luxury for passenger ships in Far East service. The interiors were carefully designed by architects Carrel, Adolphe, Leon
There is a
Cachet,
Predator
and
tank.
Lambo at its jail. And since the ship was intended as a link between the Netherlands and its distant colony, the materials on board were chosen to emphasize
Oh, that
the
Fortress
connection
of
between
Redemption
the
is sniped by War
The
Boss.
timber and marble were heavily utilized, while sculptures and sail decorated many of the
I don't
rooms.
think I can let that
On board
shit
was an indoor
slide.
outdoor pool and the first
Oh,
of its
those
kind,
guys decided to run a little bit.
last week.
Oh,
The
there
ship
goes my
served
pain
custom
boy.
decks and crammed with hundreds of bars and nurseries for children, libraries, smoking rooms, all clad in ornate timber paneling, heavily detailed and simple buildings.
Arcado.
Midship with the cabinets, two-deck high statesman lounge featuring a booty copper ceiling, ornately paneled walls and four ornate chandeliers. Of similar grand scale was the stunning social hall and music salon. This grand space was intended for onboard musical performances given for the benefit of the first-class passenger. The JDO didn't last long in the market. Despite being 33 years old, the ship was bought by newcomer cruise operator Reagan in 1963 to complement its own cruise ship, the Arcadia. That ship had been Spartan from the England line.
Alright, finish off those Terminators, Mega Nobs.
The ship was like a floating palace.
There we go. Smash our way into their front line. Cause as much damage as possible.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be heading off to bed, so good night.
Thanks, Samurai.
The old JDO got the general Italy for over the last Greek line set to work, completing the conversion of the Sea Road as a luxury cruise ship. The Thomas received the cheerful Greek line livery.
The guy I'm listening to is actually really interesting because he actually does all his research before each video.
Greek line's pride and joy.
Huh.
And then Anto, Draconian.
Cool.
I hope you... Yeah, I hope it's not really boring here or anything.
No. It adds some nice ambience among the sounds of warfare.
Oh my god.
376 crew on board.
Yeah, especially when this
Another
boat
chill
actually
day in the headquarters, apparently.
Yeah, until the part where the boat sets on fire.
Also true.
The ship is operated out of England, a firm favourite among British travellers.
I was going to ask you something, Atom.
What's up?
An 11-bed estate.
Would you be game for some more TF2 later?
Heading first from Europe.
Maybe.
Staying.
I mean, if you don't want it, that's fine.
Thomas.
Yeah, no, I just not
I'm
sure.
like Rickon, that's the line between the estate. The hand puts in the red. Here is a holiday.
Oh, we sandwiched them.
The rest of your life. In command was 53-year-old.
Holy shit, my war boss just did so much damage to their frickin' Fortress of Redemption.
On the bridge, he must have looked down with pride at his own ship, where thinking violent 20,000 tons. On December 13th, less than a week before sailing, the Marine had been rigorously inspected by British authorities and were called in quickly a full-fire rifle.
Wow, those Marines just got melted.
The Tony was considered absolutely up to date with safety. With the usual arrangement of watertight compartments and the double bottom against sinking from collisions.
No escape.
Causing a 24 lifeboat, providing places for 1,500 people, far more than the total capacity of passengers and crew. Conditions ahead were clear and bright, and Captain Gladius had travelled these waters many times before. Disaster and danger must have been
Alright, I just got the Devil May Cry achievement.
They'd already had a full cruise season to get comfortable with their new ship. Now they knew it well.
Oops.
A few hundred crew was
I
an
did not mean to
alternation
do
mix
that.
of Greeks, Cypriots, Dutch, Germans,
I wanted my war buggies to come
French
back
and
over
Chinese.
this way.
That first day
Their
at
city
sea,
must be
Captain
directly to the south of here.
Probably.
27-year-old passenger Chris Smallbone gave the first hint of danger when he gave subsequent interview and recalled that he was the only passenger who actually bothered showing up at his muster station. The crew also made no effort regarding the passenger's either, apparently content with having just turned on the siren and showing up at the
Also, like, what happened with Purple? Did they say he had to go?
He's still in the voice chat.
No, I know. That's why I was asking.
No, it's because my mom's playing Fortnite. She's being too loud. That's why.
Got ya.
The duty was to ensure the fare payers were entertained and happy. As always, he had his
Purple bananas.
It could have been worse, because the Draconian had actually been underbooked, probably because of the holiday season. I think the ship's first on the Christmas cruise after all. We oversaw the satisfaction of all 646 passengers, mostly comprised of elderly Brits who were stationed at home.
I could imagine her hearing that and just going, "What did you say?"
Their parents in Madeira, and the carving of 5 London taxi cab drivers, no go on board. Those first few days spent aboard were ideal. Passengers would then familiarize themselves with the vast ship and its dazzling array of
Just got the Super Trooper achievement just now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Us covered up by hairdresser and salon owner Tony Cade. Cade approached Brickline for the conceptual rights of the new ship and they'd agreed. He had set up shop and paid them for their real estate. Cade was also trying something new, bringing the glamour of city hair salons aboard ships. The Cranium would be his first foray into the idea. The salon proved popular with women passengers who wanted to look their best in the many cocktail parties and dancing around.
Alright, got more mega knobs to help us in the battle.
Shopping centre and land, Coldstone and ship. JDO, this has been a promenade.
Here we go. Knock this fortress up a bit.
And I see those Terminators.
Yeah.
Cruise director Herbert organised games, parties and balls for the passengers to keep them occupied with watching the ocean relax, and this wasn't enough. The mood aboard the ship was appropriately festive, and on December 22nd there was scheduled a costume party for passengers and tropical tramps aboard. It was a happy and relaxing time at sea.
Oh, they ran back into their city.
Except, all was not well. Beneath that nice fresh coat of thick light paint on the ship in excess of 30 years old. Throughout those first few days at sea, circuits had shorted and the crew had issues with the ship's electrical systems. These irritating issues had actually plagued the ship's Brickline and warhead. No matter, the ship had an automatic fire alarm system with 2 fire stations, specialist fire
There's the city.
and an illuminated from the food to identify where fire originated.
Alright, I'm going to move these guys a little closer.
I didn't know it yet. Many aboard would be their last.
So you get some
22nd,
boost.
3 days before Christmas, the Pioneer was moving about 250 miles.
Oh, it's a cliff.
Okay.
Oops.
It's going over that cliff.
Captain Gladius was judging Captain costume. Now the crew director announced the King and Queen of Hobo quite royally as laughter and applause, and Zarvis was playing the party of passengers at his table. But then there came the smell of smoke. Clank, but noticeably. Passengers initially dismissed it as cigar smoke and carried on with the fun. Up on the bridge, all was quiet and normal. The sea was calm, and the night clear. But then, the fire alarm indicator was up, and the alarm bell started ringing. Smoke had been
Oh,
detected
those
on the
Terminators
ship's
decided to walk right into Overwatch territory. They're so...
And why are we on top of that?
corridors, and they noticed smoke pouring out.
not... Well, the Predator did, but not the
freaking, they opened it. And all
not the
hell was
Terminators.
No, the Terminators are clear.
Consumed by fire, and with a roar, the flames leapt out into the hallway and began consuming the timber-clad walls and carpeted floors. The two men grabbed fire extinguishers and attempted to prevent it from spreading any further, but it was already too late. Smoke filled the hallway, and the fire was already well beyond the point of containment. One of the stewards rushed to inform the ship's purser, Antonio Bedetti, while the other stayed behind fighting the blaze. The siren had been closed for the night, but the fire had started and raged without anybody noticing for a full half hour. Directly above the platform was one deck up with the statesman's lounge, full of joyful attendees and tropical trash walls. Antonio's purser Bedetti was just preparing to leave his office for a break when one of the stewards burst in and grabbed the receiver for the fire. Bedetti sprung into action and rushed to gather together 6 men who would cut the blaze. They charged towards the flames, but they too were unable to contain it. The simple fact was that the fire had been burning for too long. The only thing these men could do was to try to slow it spread for as long as possible. But already it was fanning out through the hallways and corridors and ship's main deck. Outside,
Oh, there goes
Maria
those
was elegant
choppers.
and peaceful.
Or land speeders decided to show up too, it looks like.
Suddenly, throughout the ship, the general fire alarm sounded, activated automatically by the fire emergency
Oh, those
system.
raffle captors are hanging out by a thread, but they're probably about to be murdered within the next turn.
It sounded more like the bell we used before the steward fatigue.
Run!
The hundreds of people
Come
directly
here, you
around
assholes.
the the alarm went totally unnoticed, drowned out by the music and the laughter.
There's no charge at all.
The ship's theatre, staff and station's lounge, Chris Smallbone was watching late night screening with Tony Guana and Bob Hope and Anita Eckberg when the fire alarm started ringing. The audience thought it was just part of the movie at first. When the bell didn't stop, they began to nervously chat and look around at one another. Then they came the dreaded, ominous smell of smoke. They didn't know it yet, but directly beneath their feet, fire was raging, surging along the main passenger corridor on the upper deck. Confused, they began to slowly file out to see what was happening. Throughout the ship, the lounges and corridors, promenades, and
Now I have a battle wagon.
there was no panic, just curiosity. They moved around, asking cause to what's happening. The only problem is they didn't know either. Incredibly, neither did the ship's captain.
Oh shit, I forgot about those enslavers.
Finally informed by a member of the crew that all the serious situation for them. He excused himself from the ball and left the passengers and crew directed over to the incident bridge. The stranger listened to the fire alarm and could only just hear it.
Alright, my Meganops won't be able to attack unless they get closer.
To send out a message via the ship's PA system, but nothing was working. The fire had disabled it entirely. Now it was 11:30 p.m. and the tropical
Oh, you
temperature
moved your Triarch Soccer right where I was going to move my Meganops.
the same beautiful, elaborately crafted wood that once been so
Well, I think so. I guess my Meganops won't be attacking.
The ship from within. The countdown is safely about the burning ship's passengers. was
I
on.
not need them actually. This is pretty much on the ropes.
Zardes ordered the radio
I'm
officer to
finishing
send out
off
a
those
distress
land
signal.
speeders, but that's
The
about
radio
it.
operator of the Argentine
Hell
vessel
yeah.
Celta, in the middle of another routine shift when the urgent message crackled through his headset. With just 5 short words, but they were enough to send a shiver down Lincoln King's spine. It said, "Fire aboard, immediate assistance, please." He got the ship's position and raced to inform his captain. Meanwhile, on the Laconia, the fire could no longer go unnoticed. Smoke was now pouring
Wow,
out
the timing!
into a serious blaze. At this point, the only official left in the ballroom was the cruise director, Mr. Herbert, who only knew as much as the other passengers as to the state of the ship. Figuring that the ship was on fire and realizing that the passengers had been largely left to their own devices, Herbert took it upon himself to evacuate the statesman landing and guide the people inside towards the lifeboats. Throughout the ship, crew and passengers now began to sense the danger as acrid smoke began to seep through ventilation ducts and corridors. The fire was burning deep in the Laconia's center, the ship's very heart, Many passengers sound asleep in their bunks and can cut off and escape within minutes. The varnished timber, the ornate panel, carpeting, synthetic upholstery and decorations, all of it was incinerated and burned white hot inside the ship's steel hull. Time was running out, and cruise director Herbert must have known it. He mustered all the passengers he could at the boats and began to see their load on their way. But here there were fresh problems. The nice new coat of paint applied to the colony by roof line had actually concealed bad rot and corrosion of the ship's life-saving apparatus, much of it the original machinery which had been installed way back in 1959. But the demonstrative lifeboat drill leading to the Ministry of Transport a week prior, only 5 boats had been launched. And now, in an actual emergency situation, many of the lifeboats were stuck up on their davits, unable to move, thanks to rusting components and jammed actions. The boats that could move began to be filled by dazed and confused passengers, many of whom had simply just stepped out of their cabins in moments prior to ask what had happened. And now, in the dead of night, and still in their pajamas, they were hurriedly ushered into the lifeboats and swung out over the ship.
Heaven, I need the power.
All with their families to celebrate 25 years of successful playing the next team.
Power, purple, please.
Chaos reigned supreme, but somehow the two men got their wives and children into the boats.
Yeah!
Arthur later said that we got everyone safely into the lifeboat, except Les and myself. I jumped and managed to land on the boat.
This is the power that purple possesses.
Oh my god, look at the spike on the green faction.
Holy shit.
Well, not green, but pink.
Next to him, there were 22 who haven't probably ended up.
And look at the frickin', look at how quickly the olive faction fell. That was crazy.
Just then,
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
A whole bunch of small
And that's for
pillars
economy.
They screamed, "Help me, help me!" And there was a young padre who was trying to grab as many as possible and
Would
get
have
them in the
just
boat.
tripped and face planted.
The children
And
screamed
then
for
for
help.
military.
And on the passenger decks, a few brave crew went to
Wow.
a door, following
The
up
pink ones
feeble
and
or
Ford
over
were pretty much neck and neck when it came to military production.
Some passengers saw this and thought they were, but many of the
Spooky,
bravest
scary skeleton empire will rise.
That's for research.
At the lifeboats, Herbert did a fine job of overseeing the
Yeah.
launch, and the crew members
The
who were
big
rolling
ones
in the
produced
boat
the most
worked hard
research
to overcome
and
the rustles
details.
and failing machinery. Some boats sneaked hard into the side of
The
the ship's
pink
hull,
ones created like
other
53
single boats
units.
created the change and spilled all their occupants into the ocean,
Makes sense.
staying with the drift, the blackness.
Hey, hey.
The
Good
boats
game,
were
everybody.
jumped up and bland that beautiful fresh water. At 12 a.m., the Laconia had developed a list of starboard.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off for now. I'll catch you guys later.
Their exit routes would be cut off